I think what we have to understand is that the whole allowing women to drive in Saudi Arabia was mainly a PR move. It was not designed by Mohammed bin Salman to be a sweeping revolutionizing the Saudi system. However, the problem in Saudi Arabia now is that because they've allowed the women to drive for Mohammed bin Salman, suddenly the activists are asking for more. They're asking for too much at too quick a change. Something that Mohammed bin Salman is not prepared to do, and something that he perhaps cannot do, because the pace of change, if it is too quick, it invites a revolt. It invites protests domestically from the religious authorities and even from the common people, from the common population. Because we have to be aware of one thing in terms of how these reforms are being received and how liberalization is being received. It's being seen as a copy-paste version of Europe, in that those advocates of liberalization are seeking to establish almost another quasi-European state in Saudi Arabia. I say this because the European version of liberalization emerged in the aftermath of the bitter war with the church, and as a result it relegated the religious influence to the personal and private sphere. The Arab world or the Islamic world has no equivalent of this war, this bitter, traumatic war that Europe went through. In other words, Islam in the Arab world and the Islamic world is considered akin to prosperity, to glory, to everything associated with the Golden Age. So when Mohammed bin Salman is bringing in concepts from Europe, from America, when it's being pushed by the US, by Europeans, by liberal activists, there is a sort of reservation amongst Arab society in general, not just Mohammed bin Salman. So even if Mohammed bin Salman wants to implement these measures, he's very wary that there will be a backlash. You have to remember that in Arab society, they are taught that it is the pious Saladin who conquered Jerusalem. It is the pious Ibn Sina who was the father of medicine. It was the pious Abu Hamid al-Ghazali who inspired St. Thomas Aquinas, who inspired Adam Smith, the father of economics. It was the pious Al-Jabir who established algebra. In other words, it's all to do with religion. So when Mohammed bin Salman is talking about liberalization, talking about moderate Islam, talking about a more tolerant Islam, this is rhetoric that is dominant in Europe and in the US, and it has been received with much reservation in the Arab world. So in terms of these activists who've been arrested, I think the key problem is this. Mohammed bin Salman is basically saying to them, don't get overexcited. I let you drive and I gave you the right to drive, but you guys are pushing this pace way too much and way too fast. And this big hysteria that you have, you need to calm down. So I need to teach you a lesson and put you in prison for a bit.
Okay, you've laid out all the main issues here that we're going to discuss in the next half hour.